this morning, 7 o'clock? Measly 10 hours.
Practically a vacation. Why are we always on the go?
Money mad?
No. Well, at least when we're on the go, we go in a straight line. Take a look at that road down there. Winding around from no place to no place.
PT, every road goes from some place to some place. Look at that fella down there. He's going someplace.
Friendly fellow. Sending greetings to ships that pass the sky.
He's not sending greetings. He's waving at us. He's signaling.
You want to go down and see what he wants?
Sure, why not? We're only working half a day today. Hi there, what's the trouble?
Mighty trim ship you got there.
Did you get us down here just to tell us that?
Well, no, mate, not exactly.
What's up then?
I gotta get back to Glenville. About out of steam. I could sink for anything come along and give you a tow on this road.
You better check your compass, Captain. You were headed away from Glenville.
Yeah, I know. Ran away from there this morning.
Somebody chasing you?
No, don't think so. Should be, though.
Oh, why?
A couple of days ago in Glenville, I killed a man.
Come in.
Sheriff Jackson?
That's right. You boys handle that helicopter real nice.
Thanks.
Howdy, Burton. What can I do for you?
Well, he wanted us to bring him in. He says he committed a murder.
No, not again. All right, Burton, who'd you kill this time? Mr. Thornwall?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Look, go on home, will you? I'd like to play games with you, but I'm really awfully busy.
But I did, Mr. Jackson. I killed Thornwall. Sure as I'm standing here, I scuttled him.
Yeah, I know. Go on home.
Excuse me, Sheriff. Maybe it's none of my business, but isn't committing a murder against the law in this town?
Yeah. There'll be a law against citizens wasting my time. This character has been confessing to every crime committed around here in the past 5 years.
Well, that ought to make your job a lot easier.
Yeah, there's only one hit. She didn't commit any of them. Oh, thanks for your trouble. In case you do find the guy who killed Thornwall, I'll be glad to talk to you again. Goodbye, Burton.
But I...
Goodbye. Oh, Mayor.
What are the two fellows in the helicopter?
I flew Burton in.
What for?
It's taking about time. Mr. Thornwall's been dead 2 days now. It's about time he confessed.
Anything you?
No, not a thing.
We're in trouble, Jackson.
I'm used to being in trouble.
Not this kind of trouble. There's an election coming up. You could be out of a job.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Look, Jackson, I don't know how you like your job.
I like it.
And I like being mayor. I like it well enough to want to be reelected. I like it well enough to remove the sheriff from office for incompetency, if that's what it takes to be reelected.
You want this now?
Stop fooling around, Jackson. Mr. Thornwall was a big man in this town. He was well liked.
Nobody liked him better than I did.
All right, then let's have some action. The people want action.
What kind of action?
An arrest.
I see. With no clues turned up yet, who'd you have in mind for me to arrest?
Burton? It's not a bad idea. Why not?
Oh, now, look.
He confessed, didn't he?
If I arrest him for every crime he
Well, if a
commits...
murder has been committed, a man confessed. Arrest him.
I'm not railroading anybody.
Who said anything about railroading anybody? We have a confessed murderer in jail. That's action. That's something to tell the newspapers. Are you checking his story out? You can find the real murderer.
But there's no point to it.
The big point is that you can release him after the election.
Look, the man is innocent.
Arrest him. It's an order.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Mayor Edwards. The Daily News.
Morning, PT. They arrested him.
Who?
Burton. You know, the little guy we took into Glenville.
Arrested him?
Yeah, right here.
Gee, things sure must have happened after we left, huh?
Yeah. Well, that sheriff has a job I wouldn't want.
How long you going to keep me in this brig, Mr. Jackson?
Not long, Burton. You asked for this, you know.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Maybe it'll teach you a lesson.
I've already learned my lesson. 2 days in this place is enough for me. I'll never confess another crime as long as I live. You can bet on that.
Tell me something, Burton. What's been the idea? Why do you do it? What's with all these confessions?
I don't know. I guess when you get old, see life passing you by, you just want people to pay attention to you.
You call this attention?
Got my name in the paper.
Excuse me, Mr. Jackson. There's trouble in town. It doesn't look pretty.
What's up?
There's a mob forming in front of the courthouse.
The mob.
Yes, sir. You know how the people felt about Mr. Thornwall. Well, now they're talking real ugly about getting Burton. Boy, I never expected to see anything like that in this town.
People are people in any town, Rogers. There are good ones and bad ones all over.
What do you want, Burton? Come on, everybody! Mr. Jackson, we want Burton. Wait a minute. Bring him out, Jackson. I will come in and get him.
All right, now all of you shut up and listen to me. I don't want any trouble, but I'm not going to run away from it. I was put in this office to do a job, and I'm going to do it.
We don't want any speeches, Jackson. We want Burton.
All you're going to get is trouble. These guns aren't put here for show. You start something, you're going to get blasted. These men have their orders to shoot and shoot to kill.
Bring him out, Mayor. Bring out Burton. We want Burton. We want Burton.
Come on inside.
We want Burton. We want Burton.
There's only one thing to do.
What?
Let him have Burton.
Let that pack of wolves have an innocent old man, they tear him to pieces.
There's nothing else to do.
Oh, yes, there is.
What? Shoot innocent citizens?
Innocent?
Look, you've made a good show around here today. Don't start a massacre. It's not worth it. Not over that old man.
You're a pretty important guy, aren't you, Mayor? How do you stand it?
You'll see just how important I am. You're not named sheriff next term.
Meanwhile, I'm running this department.
Meanwhile, I still have my authority. Call out those gun-slinging deputies of yours.
All right. You do that.
Mayor said you had something to tell me.
Did he now?
Yes, sir.
Didn't have the guts to tell you himself, huh?
Well, tell me what, sir?
You get back out there, Rogers, and shoot anybody who tries to get in here. Anybody. That includes Mayor Edwards.
And on the way back from Ferndale, we could make that pickup in Waterbury. That's only 10 miles out of the way.
Right.
And cut right over to Bridgeport. Helen, get the phone, will you?
She went out for coffee. Whirlybirds. Hi, Sheriff. I hear you arrested Burton after all. I thought he... Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. Right, we're on our way.
Where are we going?
Glenville.
Why?
I'll tell you on the way.
We're not going to wait much longer. All right, now be smart and put those guns away before somebody gets hurt. All right, stand back. Stand back.
Sounds like a pretty stormy sea out there. Sorry I got you in all this trouble.
You're the one who's in trouble.
You know, all this to get my name in the paper.
Read the papers tomorrow. I'd find it in the obituary column.
You think that crowd out there at Shanghai mean?
We don't want you for a game of ping pong. Come on.
Where are you taking me?
We're gonna try to get you out the way we got you in. Come on.
Stand back. All right, what do you say? You going to bring him out or are we going to come in? Come on, men, don't let him scare you. Let's go in and get him, huh? All right.
What kept you?
What kept it? We made it in 20 minutes.
Seemed like 20 hours.
Hey, I'm beginning to like riding around this contraption. How about hiring me on to the hand? You can steer true course.
You can steer a true course to trouble.
Hey, what are you doing?
Farewell present to our mayor.
Where to, Sheriff?
Ex-sheriff. My brother has a farm about 20 miles north of here. We'll drop Burton there. Let him confess some crimes to my brother. I'm tired of hearing about them.
I told you, Mr. Jackson, I'm through confessing.
You sure you can break the habit?
If I ever confess another crime, you can keel haul me.
That'll be a pleasure. Whatever it means.
Keel hauling was something they used to do in the British Navy. They take a man...
Never mind, never mind.
How long am I going to stay at your brother's?
Overnight. Get you some things and a few dollars and get you way out of town. But away out of town.
I got no place to go, Mr. Jackson.
You're going. Town isn't safe while you're around. You're not safe while you're around the town.
Hi, Tom. Nice to see you. Automobile's gone out of style?
Like to meet Mr. Moore,
Hi.
Mr. Martin,
Hi.
Mr. Burton, my brother Ralph.
What's new, Tom?
You'd get a telephone, you'd know what's new.
The way I figured, if News wants to find me bad enough, he'll get here.
Ralph, I'd like you to put Mr. Burton up for the night.
Welcome. Any friend of Tom's is a friend of mine.
No, he's no friend of mine. He's a prisoner. Confessed murderer.
Jail a little overcrowded?
You don't scare very easy, do you?
Our whole family's kind of unexcitable, Tom.
Well, if you break out a bottle of that cider of yours, I'll tell you what's going on.
You don't even have a suspect, huh?
No, not a lead. Right now, I'd say it's beginning to look like a perfect crime. I really checked. Cornwall didn't have an enemy in the world.
That's not quite correct, Mr. Jackson.
How do you mean?
You had one.
Yeah, he had one, all right. I talked to everyone he had anything to do with since he came to Glenville 7 years ago.
What about before he came to Glenville?
Before he came to Glenville. That's a thought.
Yeah. Where'd he come from?
Upstate, North Haven. Could have developed some enemies there. How much gas has got in that helicopter?
We can make it.
See you in the morning, Ralph.
I'll be here.
No more cider for you. Get up early and you've had a long day.
All you people sure move around a lot. Me, I found a place I like, and I stay put.
So long, Ralph. Let's go.
Anchors away.
You know the kind of a man he was. He had an enemy in the world. I didn't know about it. He did a lot for this town. We were sorry to see him go. That's the way we felt in Glenville. He was a good man.
Well, it must be a wonderful thing to go through a long life without being in any kind of trouble.
Well, Thornwell had trouble.
Well, I don't mean business trouble.
Neither do I. He had bad trouble with an auto accident. Back, about 8 years ago.
Did he get hurt?
No. No, he ran over a girl. He couldn't have felt worse about it if he had been hit himself. I know, I covered the story.
Was the girl badly hurt?
She was killed.
Killed? But wasn't there any...
Yes, he was booked.
What happened?
Nothing. The grand jury didn't even indict him.
How soon afterwards did he leave town?
Oh, several months. Seems his business got too big for this place. But if you ask me, that wasn't the only reason he left.
What do you mean?
Felt pretty bad about that girl. Even though it wasn't his fault, he just couldn't forget about it. I think he wanted to get away from where it happened.
Didn't the girl have a family?
Yes. She had a father.
Oh? Did you ever find him?
He found us. About 2 years later, he showed up. He wanted to know what happened. He wanted the case reopened. Made a lot of noise and made a lot of trouble, too.
But the case wasn't reopened.
No. There was no reason to. The man was innocent.
Well, then what was the father raising all the noise and trouble about?
You just couldn't convince him that the man was innocent. As far as he was concerned, Thornwell was guilty and got away with it. The old man referred to it as a perfect crime.
This old man, what did he look like?
Oh, nothing unusual. Golly, it was so long ago, kind of stocky, as I remember.
Anything else?
No, not that I recall.
He said 2 years. How come it took so long for him to show up?
I remember now. He was a sailor. He used to work freighters. He was on a trench steamer down the Far East.
One more question. Did he walk with a slight limp?
Well, yes, he did. He'd been in an accident. That's why he didn't ship out anymore. Why, you onto something?
Oh, Ralph, can't say much for the type of people you bring out here to board with me, Tom. What do you mean? Mr. Burton. What about him? He's gone. Gone? Where? When? He pinched my pickup truck and lit out of here about a half an hour ago. Which way did he head? I made a run at him when I heard the truck start up, but I couldn't catch him. He headed east.
There aren't many turnoffs on this road going east for the next 40 or 50 miles. Maybe we can spot him.
He'll have to stop for gas. There wasn't much in the truck. We'll have him in jail in an hour. I thought you said he was innocent. He stole your truck, didn't he?
Follow the road straight east.
Yeah. Can you raise the state police on that radio?
Sure.
Got a half-hour head start on us just because that stubborn brother of mine won't get a telephone.
Helicopter 38 Bravo to State Police Substation at Glenville. Come in, please.
State Police 38 Bravo. Over.
This is Tom Jackson at Glenville.
Yes, Mr. Jackson.
Man wanted for murder driving a 1954 green pickup truck. Started east on Highway 14, 20 miles north of Glenville. About a half hour ago.
Check.
He may be stopping for gas if he hasn't already.
Check.
We're following Highway 14. Keep me posted. This is van number
1077.
number 1077. Out.
State Police calling helicopter 38 Bravo. Over.
38 Bravo to State Police. Go ahead.
Gas station at intersection of State Highway 14 and Old Borough Road. Report suspect was in about 10 minutes ago. Left, heading north.
We're on our way. There it is. That's Ralph's truck. We've got him. The old Burnham Road, about 5 miles north of the highway.
Roger. On our way.
I guess I should have known better than to try to get away with it the way he thought he did.
Dornwall?
Yes, he killed my daughter 5 years ago. All those confessions. When I killed him and confessed, I thought you'd throw me out. It would have been a perfect crime. You said so yourself.
I guess you want to get back to Glenville, Sheriff. Pick up your badge.
Yeah, I guess so. You go on ahead. I'll wait here with him until the police get here. Thanks, boys, for everything.